Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm in the van about to head out to work, and I just wanted to introduce this video. It is some recipe dinner ideas for you to make for your family if you're going to be gone, or if you have a busy evening and you want to make something in advance. That's what I like to do when I work evening shift, so that when the family comes home at the end of the day, there's something nutritious and wholesome for them to eat for supper. And so often I'll do something in the slow cooker and it's just hot and ready when they come, or I make some type of casserole or something in a pan that they can reheat in the oven, or a soup on the stove that they just need to reheat. So I hope you get inspired with some of these ideas and want to cook something from scratch in your kitchen. So tonight for supper, I'll be using up things from our garden. I'm going to make a roasted red pepper and tomato lentil soup. And so all of these, they're bigger cherry tomatoes I picked from the garden yesterday. I had some that I've gotten on special one time, these smaller ones. So we have that. I only had a little bit of onion left, but whatever I had, I cut up here, and also some cloves of garlic. And here are the red peppers from our garden. As you can see, they're not completely ripe yet, but I just picked them in case we get frost or anything, and I'll be able to roast these vegetables up and then add them to a vegetable stock that I made, and we're going to make this soup. So I didn't have any vegetable stock on hand, so I was just making up a quick one. I put in about 6 cups of water, and then with some celery, carrots, some green onion, and a clove of garlic, and have just been letting that simmer on the stove for about an hour, and I'll just let it simmer a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna cut the peppers up into chunks and put them on my pan, and then I'll season it with some olive oil, Italian seasoning, and salt and pepper. So I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven for about 35 minutes until it's nicely roasted and started to brown a little bit. So I've rinsed my lentils, and I'm just going to add it into the strained vegetable stock and just let the lentils cook up while the vegetables are roasting, and then we'll add the veggies in and I can blend it together. So here are the roasted veggies all done. They smell really good. Here my lentils are cooked, so I'm going to add the veggies to them. So I added all the veggies. I made sure to add any of the juice that had come out of them. And so now I'll just let it cool down a little bit and then blend it in my blender. Because unfortunately I don't have an immersion blender, which you can just do in the pot. I really enjoyed the flavor of this soup with the roasted vegetables. You could also barbecue your vegetables, and that would give a nice flavor as well. And then when you go to serve it, you can just put some parsley on top and yogurt or sour cream. And also on that day, I made some homemade applesauce. We had some apples from our tree in the backyard, and so I picked these up and I cut them up. I leave the peel on because I put them through a food mill, so the peel gets all milled anyway. And so I just put them in a pot with a little bit of water And when they were close to done cooking, I just added some frozen strawberries because that helps to make the color a little bit red, and it's just delicious. The boys all love some homemade fresh applesauce. One of the easiest things to make before I go to work and just have it ready in the slow cooker for the family for supper is a chili. And so today that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't have ground beef. I have sausage that I'm going to remove from the casing and just brown up. And then I've got some peppers and onion and garlic to put in, seasonings, chili powder, some cumin, salt and pepper, and some red kidney beans, diced tomatoes, celery, and I'll be adding in some frozen corn. I'll put this chili together in the slow cooker, and then I thought to go with that, something easy is I'll just have these potatoes ready to put in the oven, and Ezra can put them in the oven an hour before supper, and I can have that with some sour cream and the chili, and it's gonna be a complete meal. So I got all the veggies cut up, my onion, my red pepper, celery. This is actually a really ripe jalapeno that we had in the garden. They turned red. And then these are some other kind of banana type peppers we had in the garden. So here the sausage is cooking down. I will drain off all of this fat and liquid that came out of them. And then I'll add the meat to the slow cooker, and then I'll just saute my veggies a little bit before putting them in the slow cooker. I have everything in the slow cooker now, and it'll just cook away until supper time. And I've left a note for Ezra to put the potatoes in the oven as well. So this morning I'm going to throw together a ham and pasta casserole for supper tonight that they'll just be able to put in the oven to heat up. So I have a leftover ham here from Thanksgiving, and I'll just be cubing that up, taking it off the bone. And then the various veggies I have are onion and some peppers, jalapeno, carrot, mushrooms. I think I took out garlic too. Yeah, I did. And then I have some penne pasta. And for the sauce, I'll be using milk. I didn't take out the butter, but I'll make a roux with the butter and the flour and milk. And then I have mozzarella cheese and some Parmesan. So, all right, I got my veggies all cut up. I have this heaping plate full, and it smells really good with the jalapeno and garlic and onion. And I was able to cube up this ham. All right, so here is the plan. I put half a cup of butter in here and melted it. And now I'm just softening up the veggies. And over here I've got a pot of water to boil so that I can cook my pasta in it. And once these veggies are cooked, I'm going to add half a cup of flour, and then slowly add 2 cups of milk to make a sauce. I added in my 2 cups of milk, and when you add your milk in, you want to make sure you do it slowly so that it doesn't get lumpy. And now I put in my mozzarella cheese and sprinkling in some Parmesan. As you can see, I'm not really measuring. You can make it as cheesy as you'd like. and then I give that a little stir. And once this is done, I'm going to add in the pasta and the cubed ham. And now it's all ready. I just have to put it in a casserole dish and let it cool down. And I'll put it in the fridge and it'll be ready for supper time. They just have to put it in the oven. Okay, so I had the ham out and I thought I'll cube up a little bit more. I had these two leftover pastry discs left over from Thanksgiving, so I just rolled them out and I'm going to make quiche. You can probably see here there's some veggies. So I just cooked them a little bit. There's onion, green pepper, and a mushroom, and I just cooked them a little bit before putting in. And then I have some cheddar cheese. And in here I have mixed eggs and milk and a bit of cream and salt and pepper. And so we'll just pour this on. So I put these in the oven to bake, and then once they were baked, I put them in the fridge and they were ready for breakfast for the next couple of days. So tonight it's Fun Friday and I have some chicken wings that I'm going to put on the grill. And alongside the chicken wings, I'm going to make some pizza Hawaiian rolls that you bake in the oven. And so I just have these Kirkland brand brioche rolls. And we've got some mozzarella cheese. This is salami, this is pepperoni, onion, jalapeno pepper to put on the inside. Then some garlic butter. We're gonna put some oregano in it to go over the top. And then make just like a marinara dipping sauce. I'm just gonna use some tomato paste and put some herbs in it. And then we'll dip it in that. So on this particular evening, I was home, I wasn't working, but this is a meal that you can prep in advance and just have it ready in the pan, covered with foil, and put it in the oven whenever you're planning to eat it. And so you can also put different fillings in it. We do a ham and cheese one, and we'll make it for breakfast sometimes. And this time I just decided to do a pizza one, and of course put some jalapeno in it because all of my boys like spicy food. And so I just drizzled that garlic butter with the oregano over the bottom half, and then layered a bit of cheese. Put the salami slices and then the pepperoni slices on top of that. And then got out my onions and jalapenos. If I have black olives, I would put black olives too, probably. And then a bit more cheese, and top it off with the upper halves of the bread. And again, I put the rest of the butter over it. And then I covered it with foil. Put it in the oven, probably for a good 20 minutes. You want to heat it till the cheese is nice and melted. And then to make a simple marinara, I just use tomato paste and thin it with a little bit of water. Put salt, pepper, oregano, and garlic. And that made a nice little dipping sauce for the sandwiches. And then you just cut them out to serve them. Put a spoonful of the sauce on it and took a little taste before everybody else came to the kitchen. Okay, I'm in a bit of a hurry. I have 1 hour to get all this ready and leave for work. And this evening I'll be making a shepherd's pie. And so I just prepared all my ingredients here. I've got some ground beef that has thawed out. You can also use ground lamb. I have onion, garlic, carrots. If I had some celery on hand, I would also chop up some celery for it. I have frozen corn. You could also use frozen peas if you have that. I have a bit of oil, but I don't think I'll need that. I'll have a little bit of the grease from the meat to saute my veggies. I have a little bit of flour for thickening, some tomato paste, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. And then for my seasonings, I have rosemary, I have a bit of nutmeg, cinnamon and thyme, and of course salt and pepper. And then some chicken broth. You can use beef broth too, I just didn't have any on hand. I've already peeled and chopped up my potatoes, so I'm gonna get those boiling. And then to my potatoes, I'm going to add some milk. I also grated some cheese that I'll put on the top. And I have butter. If you have cream, you can put cream in your potatoes. And often I put some cream cheese as well, but I didn't have any cream cheese on hand. So I gotta get cooking. So the meat and veggies have thickened up nicely. So I'm going to put that in the bottom of the casserole dish, put the potatoes on top, and then I just sprinkle the top with cheese. And then they can just put it in the oven when they get home. So for on the side of my shepherd's pie, I cut up some extra veggies, and I have these dips here. Skotidakis is a local farmer in our area, and so they make nice feta cheese, yogurt, and they also have these dips. So I have a ranch dip and a tzatziki dip that can go with their veggies for the supper alongside the shepherd pie. Thank you everyone for watching today. I hope I've inspired you to cook up something good in your own kitchens. I will leave some recipes and information in the description box below. If you like kitchen videos, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Until then, may God bless you with his love, joy, peace, and good health. Bye.